boy am I ever excited. Yet there is a bit of a learning curve here. Number one is the chuck. Okay. I went on vintagemachinery.org and got a 26 page manual for 12-inch lathe model B, and I think that's me. And it makes reference to a spindle nose D1 spindle nose. And then there's a ASA, which is some association of engineers or plumbers or whoever, B5L. Now the D1 designation, I also saw, I can't find it again, an instance where it was D1 through 5. So I'm not sure what any of that means, if anybody can help me out. Basically I'm wanting to know what I need to type in the search window when looking for a chuck to fit that spindle, or a 5C collet closer. They have some really neat stuff in this other publication that I printed out. Lathes, Pratt and Whitney, 1936, an indexing chuck, which looked pretty cool. A system for having tools on both sides of the work. And I've seen Keith Finner has that on one of his lathes, or his lathe, where he can have a tool on either side of the work, or both sides. So yeah, I need to find out that kind of information. I have an invoice. I'm having trouble getting them to take my money. But I have a phone number and extension number for someone in accounts receivable, and I left him a couple of voicemails, and he hasn't got back with me, I guess. Well, maybe in a way he did, because I did get an email with a different phone, well, same phone number, different extension. So hopefully tomorrow, Friday the 17th, today, Friday the 17th, I can get it paid for. But I do have an invoice, so it is mine. I did a little laying out on the floor with chalk, where it might sit, leaving 10 inches between the back of it and the wall. And I first had, more like 16 or so inches. And I could probably still bring it, another 10 inches and make it 20 inches off the wall, so that I could get around the back. But I'm going to wait and see if there's any reason for me to be around the back. So let me show you what I have marked out, and it may not even end up being there. But before that, I want to show you these chips that came from this die holder. Like I said, I didn't have enough material to make a proper die holder. I'm thinking about either putting 1/4-inch holes in here and getting a spanner wrench that'll grab it, or putting 1/4-inch nubs on there. You probably saw me using a crescent or a vice grips, and I did not mar the finish in that action. I I made sure the vice grips were gripping on the ends of the grub screws. So otherwise I wouldn't have done anything like that. But really happy with this. For me, you know, this came out very nice, and that's a part for me. I mean, those are operations that I'm not, you know, that I'm not doing a lot of. So real happy I was able to clean the bottom up, and later in this video I'll pull this out after I pause so we can see what it looks like on the inside. But I was very intrigued with these chips. I think those are just beautiful. It's like a black light blue. I think it's actually showing up pretty well. Okay, this is a banquet table. It is 8 feet long, and I think it's 30-something inches wide. It doesn't really matter how wide it is, though. Yeah, 30 inches wide. But here I have it. I have it a good foot or so off of the wall. And then there's the open door. So plenty of clearance there to come in and out of the room. This area down here might be a problem, this corner, depending on, you know, how much of the, you know, machine sticks out down there. I mean, this machine might be really narrow at this end. But if it's true to that chalk mark, I'll take this box, this stack here, and turn it with the drawers facing over here. So I would be looking at the drawers this way, and the back of it would be up against this cabinet. So that might work out anyway, but because I already have kind of a tight there it is. Yeah, I already have kind of a tight passageway there. That is if I can back up without falling down, that's just 2 feet from the corner of the table and the corner of the toolbox. So with the lathe there, we're talking about we're talking about 16 inches, 18 inches or so. Looks like 15 for you there, doesn't it? It might be 15. So there's also this space here, which is plenty of room. But I kind of like to keep it all in this room, because I can block this room off in the wintertime and keep it heated rather economically. I have a gas furnace there, and I have an electric furnace up there. So this room is, well, it wouldn't take that much to keep this room climate controlled. Yeah, that's about it. I got, let me see here. I cut that thread, that 1311 thread, so crudely on the, let's take this thing over to the lathe. See, it mounts right there on that red thing. Okay, we'll go right here. So, we had made a cap for this, and of course it was the threads weren't square, so it was crooked. So I put this on a 5/8 collet and gripped it up here, screwed that on there, and just kind of took enough material off of this to get it running concentric with everything else. So it's just a little lid with a little knurl on it to keep the I guess it's called char paper, which is the material that goes inside this hole. And I guess the theory is when you compress this, enough heat is generated to ignite that char paper, and then you could tap that ember out into your kindling. So I'm just like I'm just so enthralled with that whole thing. I love it. The very first time I experienced that, I was making a tap follower, and I was very excited. Okay, I said I was going to take that die out of the die holder and show you guys that, so let me do that. Okay, there it is. To for me to get that inside, that clean and get a very good fit. You see that grub screw lines up there and there, and it just drops right in there and just pops right out. And it was fitting fine. I had to recut this diameter in here several times because I was checking it while it was hot, and it fit great. And then once the piece cooled down, it didn't fit so great anymore. So you got 2 1/4-20 set screws. And like I said, that vice grip thing, no surfaces were damaged during that. I think this is getting cross-threaded. No. So very happy with that. For me, that's a big win. Okay, what else can I put out there? And of course we got the blue chips. Man, these flies out here are freaking me out, man. Okay, anybody who can help me figure out what to search for when I'm looking for a chuck, I would appreciate it if anybody could explain to me the designation of the D1 or the D1 through 5. I think I actually saw 1 through 6 as well, or 8. At first I thought it was the number of cam locks, but that didn't necessarily ring true. So Craig Tate asked, the legitimate question, when will I be uncrating that thing here in my garage? And for that I need to get with Brian Block and find out, number one, if it's going to be possible for me to combine my load with his load, and when he anticipates that happening. And I'll simply arrange for a forklift to be here waiting for the truck, so that the truck's not waiting for me. I thought about talking to some neighbors and see what kind of equipment they have, and well, I can't count on one of the neighbors who doesn't want to leave his equipment with me to you know, be here when the truck's here, because I don't want to delay that, you know, at all. You know, I want, you know, half hour, we should have that thing off the truck and have him on his way, because he's already going to be an hour out of his way drive time. And if Brian Block's transport doesn't work out, me and my cousin can drive up to Cleveland, and he has a steamroller trailer. There's a ramp that's about a 1-inch lip on it, and it would be easy to, well, they're going to load it for free, and once we get it here, all we have to do is chain that skid up to the bolt I have in my floor in the garage, and then drive the truck away, and the skid will land in my driveway or my garage. Okay, I guess that's about it. No machining in this one, just a cry for help. Yep, that's it. You guys have a good one. Thanks for subscribing. It seems like I'm picking up a new subscriber every other day. You know, it's kind of amazing. And it's good. It's people who are interactive, you know. It's the people that are subscribing are commenting and giving advice and giving criticism, and I like that. That's important. A great community. Thanks again, guys.